Another 5-room HDB flat in Ang Mo Kio was recently sold for more than $1 million. How can that be, right? National Development Minister Mr. Desmond Lee says, right, of course, we cannot do that. On the 1st of December, Minister Lee acknowledged that the Ministry of National Development may need a series of other measures to ensure that if resale is permitted for flats in prime location and mature estate, they remain affordable for generations to come. What exactly do these measures entail? Let's find out. Hi everyone, my name is Casey from Home Quarters, and at Home Quarters, we specialize in customized marketing strategy that properly expose your unit for sale and also properly advise you on the purchase of your next dream home or investment. Alright, in this episode of Real Talk, I'll be explaining why the MND has emphasized the affordability of resale HDB flat in mature estates and prime location and how this affordability may be realized. After that, let's talk about what that means for those looking to buy BTO or resale flat in prime location and mature estates. First off, the MND has actually been hinting at such measures for quite a while. In March this year, the previous National Development Minister, Mr. Lawrence Wong, reiterated that the purpose of HDB flats was to provide Singaporeans with affordable housing in all parts of Singapore. Similarly, Minister Lee emphasized that as the price of resale HDB flats in prime location continues to rise, the government does not wish to see only high-income households stay in such area. The idea of inclusiveness is the backbone of this measure. So what exactly are these measures the government is going to implement? Well, that's the thing. He never actually states his concrete plan. But I'm going to give you 4 potential policy changes that many informed speculators believe will take place. Alright, let's talk about MOP, minimum occupation period. The government may choose to extend that MOP beyond the usual 5 years. Homeowners would have to stay in their flat for a longer period of time, further eating into their lease years remaining. Well, some think that this would just delay the eventual windfall process by a few years. Perhaps the impact of this measure would only make itself known after flats have changed hands multiple times. Up next, the government could shorten the lease of flat in prime location to say like maybe 60 years old instead of the usual 99. Lease time is a key consideration of many home buyers. Shortening the lease would thus lower the price appreciation of such flats. Though those who obtain BTOs with the intention of staying in it for a long period of time would be at a severe disadvantage if such policy is to be implemented. Well, what if flats in prime location could only be resold to HDB at the accurate valuation price? HDB would thus be able to fully control the affordability of resale flat in prime location. On the flip side, most homeowners would be unwilling to accept such a policy, as the government would be directly influencing the free market. Such a policy would probably stir the dissatisfaction of homeowners, as they feel like they do not actually truly own the flat, but rather simply staying in the flat on the government's terms. Lastly, some believe that the MND may just adopt an extremely straightforward policy, a direct cap on the final price of any resale flat in prime location and mature estates. Through establishing a price ceiling, it would ensure that the resale price wouldn't be able to reach an amount that only high-income households are able to afford. This might totally backfire though, as there would simply be a higher volume of interested parties who would be willing to pay the maximum price, ultimately converting the price ceiling to a fixed price floor. So what should we do? While the exact details hasn't been confirmed by the MND, there's definitely a possibility that some kind of policy change may be implemented to push down the high price of resale flat in the prime location. This news wouldn't really change much if you are a young and aspiring homeowner and have set your sight on a resale HDB flat in an amazing location for you and your partner. The MND has yet to confirm any concrete measure they will be putting in place. In fact, if you already have the capability to apply and make the down payment for such flat, why wait? There are other properties that you can acquire as investment properties. Home Quarters will be glad to assist you in pointing out other further consideration before making such important decision. If you're looking for an investment property in a prime location with great price appreciation to maximize your profit, it's probably be best for you to set your sight on a private property instead. No one can be too sure of any unexpected policy changes that may affect the price of resale HDB flat in prime location and mature estates. But what we do know is that HDB aren't really meant to be investment properties anyway, but rather should be capitalized on for their affordability. Alright? So let us know your thoughts about this future possibility in the comments field down below. If you found this topic interesting and you would like to know more, we have an article on our editorial that provides a more detailed analysis of this recent news, where we go into the nitty-gritty statistics of the prices of resale HDB flat and compare these prices based on their various locations. If you are still unsure of what to do in the coming months in light of this recent news, drop us an email at homequartersSG@gmail.com or hit us up on our Facebook or Instagram at homequartersSG. All links can be found in our bio below, and we'll be happy to explain this to you further and advise you on what to do. Thanks for sticking around for this episode of Real Talk. I'm Casey. Call home quarters and start packing. Also, Thanks for sticking around for this episode of Real Talk. I'm Casey.